Welcome to the Future Proof Podcast. I'm Jessica Rapach. I'm owner of Twin Legacy Solutions. And today I'm excited to have John Trainor. He's the CEO of Kreativa, and he's here to talk about AI and technology. John, hello. I'd like to start off by just you introducing yourself, telling our audience a little bit about what you do and who you are.
Sure. Thank you. Thank you, Jessica. Thank you for having me here. I'm the CEO and founder of Kreativa. We've been around 10 years. We are actually going to be 10-year anniversary next month. So we're going to do a little bit of a splash there.
Nice.
What we do is we help companies become more profitable by either helping grow revenue or improving operations. And how we do improving operations is we leverage our nearshore operations and we automate a lot of processes leveraging AI. We started before AI was a thing, and now it's embedded into everything we do.
I love that. Well, that's a really hot topic right now, and a lot of people are looking for that in the industry. So I'm sure you're busy and happy anniversary. That's exciting. 10 years is a big milestone. So
Thank you. Thank you.
great. Okay, so I'd like to start off by asking you, when we talk about technology innovation in today's business, what does that truly mean beyond just adapting new tools?
To implement, that's a great question. To have a good implementation of any technology, you have to have a team that is ready to accept doing things in a different way. I come from the newspaper industry. I spent a lot of years there. I was publisher of a large newspaper, a daily newspaper, and that was in the early 2000s. To transform an organization that needed new technology was really impacting the ways of doing things. I've learned that there are two types of people that are going to completely resist any new technology that you come in, or people that are going to embrace it. So the challenge is how to empower more the people that actually embrace new technology, but in an intelligent way, because sometimes people just run off with the next shiny thing, and that's also not productive. It's a balance between keeping the legacy of how things are done correctly, but at the same time making them more efficient.
Yeah, that's a good point. I didn't think about that. So having the right team and the right mindset, it sounds like. Yeah, that's great. So why do so many digital transformations efforts fail to deliver those meaningful results?
That's a great question too. I think every case is different though, but I think the vast majority of people might look at AI or automation like a magic wand, you're supposed to click a button and everything's supposed to be done with you. There's a lot of training in the last 10 years. When we've been doing what we do, we build apps, we build websites, we create digital marketing campaigns for clients on that side of the business. And I remember telling my team when AI was really just taking over, I said, well, we have two routes. One, we are on the bus and we're driving it, or we are under the bus and someone's going to drive over us. So we started embedding everything that was new. And it's hard to keep up because you just open your Instagram today and you see 15 ads of different things that just launched today. So it's try to keep what really works for your business. But just what has worked very well for us is our team leverages everything that's available, and we are now able to do a lot more output with less people, and that's fantastic because we have a very good performance within, and we also help our clients do that performance as well. On the way out with more sales and internally with improved processes.
Yeah. So what you said about you go on Instagram and you can see like all these AI tools are coming out every single day. So a lot of questions that we get from like CEOs, directors are, how do you manage that? How do you trickle through all of the AI tools that are coming out rapidly? And how do you decide which ones are secure versus profitable versus the right tool for your business? And everybody's different, but what would you tell people that are just kind of being overwhelmed right now in the industry? They just don't really know where to go with it all. Like what advice could you give them on that?
Well, what I do is it's hard because there might be some incredible innovations from an unknown company that are going to change the way our things are done. But what I do is I stick with the leaders. We are, let's say, powered by AI. You don't have to create the LLM models. You don't have to like train the models internally. Just go out there and do it. Like spend $20 with ChatGPT or Grok, or stay with the Google suite of everything that Google does is incredible.
Yeah.
So go with the leaders and just play with it, play around with it. A lot of them have free access. Maybe you can have a free week or a free month, or maybe they have a very cost-effective SaaS model where you're really spending very little money and you're testing it. And if it works for you, great. If it doesn't, hurry up and move out of it quickly. The principle of leadership: hurry up and fail fast.
Yeah.
And just go for the next and the next. And one of those is going to resonate with your organization, and it's going to help you become more effective.
Yeah, that's great advice. I think knowledge is power. And like you said, they're all the more that you play around, the more that you try to dip your hands in it, the more knowledgeable you're going to become before diving deep into some big investment, making sure that you're doing the due diligence to do your research. I think that's critical. I'm seeing more people kind of reluctant to even start anywhere. Are you seeing directors, CEOs trying to do that, trying to test out different systems? Or are you just getting phone calls and saying, John, can you come help us?
I was having a conversation 2 weeks ago over a couple of beers with a friend who's actually a client, who's a private equity guy. And he was just telling me, can you recommend maybe a program? I'm looking at the MIT online, or I'm looking at this online. And my response there over a couple of years were, just go ahead and start getting your feet wet with everything you can that is available. I don't think there's a formal education structure right now that is going to be as fast as everything is evolving. So I would just say, just start doing it, playing around with it. Once you start feeling more comfortable, I know people that are using ChatGPT for their emails. I don't do that yet because I don't trust that all my data is going to be protected, but it depends on your trust level. Maybe if you have one email that you only use for sales and you want to make it more efficient, maybe that's a way to do it. But just go out there and do it. That's my advice.
Great. Along those same lines, leadership plays a role in this, right? So we are a very top-down organization where we feel that all of the new digital age and the AI adaptation has to start from the top down, because those the lower levels of your business are probably already using AI to some capacity. So from the top, the CEOs and directors should be the ones to lead the revolution. What role does leadership mindset play in successful technology adoption?
You lead by example. You'll be surprised, but some of the entry-level people are native in technology. They grew up with an iPhone in their hand, and
Yeah.
they familiarize themselves a lot more quick than some of the older guys like me. So I say it's more of a team project, and try to identify the good ideas from where they come, even if it's from an intern or someone who's just joined your organization and just finished college. It's like, it doesn't matter where, but great ideas. Just learn to recognize where things are going to come from that are going to help your business.
I agree with that too. You mentioned that your business kind of does it all, right? You do AI for, I think, marketing. You do AI for just workflows and systems, SaaS products, probably. So, where is AI currently making the biggest measurable impact in the business operations side?
With us on the media placement, well, it's making very efficient the investment of advertisers, of clients. So when we implement, we use the different tools. Once we implement our process, we are doing 20 to 30% improvement every time on average. Sometimes it's even bigger on the investment. Sometimes we actually increase the return on advertising spent by 200%. It really is like, how is this possible? The biggest challenge, though, that we've seen is sometimes some of our clients that might be lower middle management in marketing, very execution, see that performance as a threat, and that's where it's hard to navigate through that. We want to make sure that our clients are seen as a hero internally within the organization. So that's a challenge. AI, what it does is just analyzes data a lot quicker than humans, and does the suggestions a lot quicker than humans, a lot quicker than teams, and comes with recommendations that are just a lot faster. And you can actually create iterations of the campaign a lot quicker by leveraging AI, and then measuring everything. It tells you faster than humans used to do it. So I think the biggest impact is there. Also, inside our agency, where we have a team of people who actually create ads or create copy, or are building whatever technology we're building for customers by leveraging AI makes us very, very fast. So, and we reflect those cost savings to our clients as well. So we're very cost effective as a vendor. But because we are openly using AI and everything we do, and our philosophy is to empower our customers to do it themselves later, train them, handhold them a little bit. I come from a time where, a website used to be something obscure that only two people had the access and no one could touch it. And every time you need to make a change, it was a whole capital expense to rebuild a website. Nowadays, it's a continuous improvement, little by little, making it better. And you should be able, your team, you should be able to do it themselves. So there's a lot of tools out there, and we help our customers there. I'm talking again, I started in business kind of in the .com era, where I remember in Chicago, there was a first Tuesday meetings every first Tuesday of the month. There were people with ideas for .coms and actually people wanting to invest in business. You saw people with their back pocket with a business plan and an NDA, and there were transactions happening there.
Wow.
Now with AI, it's not as prevalent as that, but it's crazy. I think there's been a lot of overinvestment in there's a huge expectation, and I think it's going to balance it out a little bit. I do believe there's a bubble, but it's really going to transform things that we do. Just think of how the .com transformed a lot of industries. It's going to happen the same with AI for sure.
It's already, I was just going to say it's happening already.
Yeah, it's happening.
Cool.
Yeah.
But for the better, for the better, like you said, the bus analogy, that's a great way to put it, because I feel like the companies that are embracing AI, not only are they accelerating business operations, but they're also like retaining employees. That younger generation, like you said, that they all were born with an iPhone. They know technology. They're embracing it, and they want to work for a cutting edge company that has AI already embedded and, in this day and age. So that's cool. So with that being said, what are some common mistakes companies are making when integrating this AI into their workflows? Do you see mistakes? What's the common trends there?
That's a great question. And it's very common. I think the number one is hallucinations. If you're expecting to do a white paper or whatever it is that you're doing with any AI, let's say ChatGPT, not to pick on them, but the data sometimes is wrong. The assumptions sometimes are wrong. The sources sometimes are wrong. So you can use it as a tool, but you have to really analyze and ask for the sources and do it. Like a lot of businesses use AI for simple contract work, and some of those contracts are not really well thought of. Like have someone that you can trust that to take a look at what the AI did, and then it's gonna say, hey, you missed this, you missed that. Like don't run 100% with it, because it's still not that perfect.
So it's a good starting point, but people should still have that human intelligence key to get in there, make sure that you're double checking your information. Yeah, because I think some of the fears I have are that people lean too far into AI and forget the human connection,
And
forget the
that's where
integration.
and I think that's where people with experience have an edge, because the entry level people might have a lot of AI, but don't have the experience. So I think if you're in your 40s or 50s and you're not understanding what to do with this new technology, you have a competitive edge. Just get out there, start playing around with it, start little by little embedding it into you do, and your career actually is going to grow significantly. I really believe that.
Yeah, I'm with you as well. We talked a lot about so far AI in operations, workflows, using it to embed into your daily routines. But let's talk AI lead generation. So that's gaining massive attention right now. So what does that actually mean in practice?
I terrible at selling ourselves on automating emails and automating like LinkedIn. I've done it a little bit. There are companies that we work with that do that a little bit better than we do. So we leverage our expertise. What we help customers do, and we do it ourselves, is with thought leadership, leveraging that, maybe boost an interview like this, have more people hear what you do, write blogs, post them, leverage social media to attract that. I think that is more efficient for us, at least. The output of emails and messages by AI, it's moving very fast and it's getting better, but it's a volume game. You have to send thousands and thousands of emails, and I prefer building a better mousetrap and attracting by following, keeping a close eye on all your touch points are consistent. And when someone Googles you or sees an ad that you put on LinkedIn or Facebook or wherever you did it, is going to find consistency and it's going to resonate. Something that I've learned the hard way is you cannot please everybody. There are customers that are going to find whatever you do not a good fit, but there are 10 others that will. So learn to accept rejection and just go to the right fit.
Yeah, I couldn't agree.
I tell my guys that it's like dating. I've been married for 27 years, so I haven't been out dating a lot. But when you first meet someone, be yourself.
Yeah.
And because it's very hard to pretend that you're something else that you're not, it's not sustainable long run. So it's the same way in business.
Yeah. So I'm in the AI lead generation space, as you know. And so a lot of clients will come to us because they are trying to escape that harassment lead generation mentality. So I think it's definitely effective. Like a lot of our clients have massive success with the AI lead generation, but it's because you have to really implement that human intelligence. So for our system specifically, not one person I've met ever knew they hadn't talked to a human until they got face to face on a meeting with one of our clients. You have to take the time to make these systems sound human. And they're created by humans. So it's not like you have this AI bot doing generic scripts running out there. You need that human element. You need your generation systems to sound like your voice and your brand. And you need to find the right companies that do that, because we had a client come to us because were using another lead gen system. But like you said, it was sending like 30 emails to these potential clients of, that they prospects that they wanted. And it was harassment. I mean, I think I would classify that as harassment. We do 3 emails. If a prospect doesn't respond after 3 emails without any questions, we're done. That's not good business. So yeah, you have to find the right systems, because some of them are just robotic and some are more personal. We've seen it all. With the outreach independent of another company, we've seen a lot of failure there too, though, because so many people are running like the ads that you guys do or the lead gen systems that we do. We'll get also a lot of clients saying, like, I spend about 6 hours a day trying to market my product, posting, blogging, increasing my followers, and I'm not getting any business. Like, I don't know what to do. Well, I mean, we're firm believers of multiple funnels, multiple pipelines that you have to be running, but also the human outreach at the same time. But it's hard. It's hard. But AI should make it easier.
Yeah. Well, I'd love to hear more about it after the call, because
Yeah. Oh,
it
yeah. Yeah.
seems like it's a good fit there.
You have, yeah.
I also think it has to be well targeted, because like it has to resonate with the audience. If you're sending emails and it's not in line with what the receiver needs or is looking for, it becomes spam. So it's a delicate balance.
It's so the target marketing, your ICP has to be on point with whoever's running your lead gen systems. But you're absolutely right. I had another client come to me and I was like, well, what are some of the feedbacks you're getting from the other system? Like, why doesn't it work? Like, why didn't it work? And she's like, well, I was targeting CEOs in the pharma industry and I was getting emails like, hey, fix your system. I work in IT and I am a middle manager. So I was like, well, that's a problem. Like, you definitely need to be in the right target market, or that's a waste of your time and money. It's a delicacy. You gotta find the right people, I think. So I like to end on this because the podcast is called The Future Proof Leader. So I'll ask you, if a CEO wants to future proof their organization, where should they start?
That's a good question. I think that the number one problem that even in today's world with technology is of any organization is people, is finding the right people. I think the team is key everywhere. The second, like future proof, is a team that is recipient to trying things, is not afraid of doing innovation, implementing innovation. And I've learned that hurry up and fail quickly mentality is great. Experiment, test, reiterate, do it again. I think it's about having the right team with the right skill set, not being afraid of trying new things, and always be willing to spend a little money on technology, because it's changing very, very fast. You become obsolete if you don't. I think those three things are among others, I think, but I think those are the three key.
On the podcast, we get a lot of industries coming here just to learn about AI, essentially. And I always like to insert the very important point is that none of us are supposed to be doing this by ourselves. So businesses like yourself are designed to help people kind of go from A to Z. You don't have to figure it out on your own, even if you're in a trial and error situation. So for you specifically, it sounds like you come in, you help the company identify their process, what their mission is, and it'll kind of help them align those AI tools and then maybe implement systems that you design yourself. So with that being said, there's going to be people that come to our podcast that wonder, are there people on here that can help them? So John, where can people find you?
Well, the easiest is with our website. It's Kreativa, and that's with a Kreativainc for ink, creativainc.com. That's probably the easiest way. And there you can click a link on how to find us, and there's phone number. We're a Chicago-based company, but we have operations in Mexico and Argentina and Colombia. So we're pretty much leveraging Latin America for operations, but all our client base are US, Canada, and Europe.
A lot of the companies we get on here are US only, so that's pretty cool that you expand. That's really nice. Okay, well, John, it was a pleasure to have you on the podcast. A lot of insightful things that you have for our audience. So I really appreciate you coming on. And to our audience, thanks again for tuning in to the Future Proof Leader, and we will see you next time.
Thank you very much.
Thanks, John.